On number 16, if you'll just, it's 50% sulfur and 50% oxygen, right? Is that right? So, when you do an empirical formula, you are going to get an answer that is the most reduced down, simplified ratio. That is what an empirical formula is. It is a ratio of the two elements. It doesn't tell you if that's necessarily the actual compound, because it could be like on the do now where we had sulfur and nitrogen and they were both 4 on the for the subscripts. Anyway, what you can do here is the little rhyme I was telling you guys yesterday. Percent to mass, mass to mole, divided by small, multiplied to whole. And literally, to go from percent to mass, you just change it to a G. So now I have 50 grams of sulfur and 50 grams of oxygen. These are 2 separate problems, but I just set them up and do them at the same time. So, don't get lazy. Write out what you're talking about. I'm going around, I see grams on your paper, but when we're going from one to another thing, in the next week we're doing stoichiometry, problems, and limit reactants, you're going to be lost. So please write down your element. Anyway, 1 mole of sulfur, write percent to mass, mass to mole. To go to moles, all I need to do is look on the periodic table. 1 mole of sulfur is 32.065 grams. 1 mole of oxygen is 16.00 grams. Okay, now I just do these quick little problems. And I'm going to get, can y'all help me out with your calculators? 1 point something. 1.56. Yep. And then I'm going to get 3 point what? 125. 125. Alright, so percent to mass, mass to mole, divide by small. Which number is the smallest one? The sulfur. So I'm just going to make myself some room right here because I ran out of room. There, I'm sacrificing for you. That won't show up in the movie, but and I can already tell you I have 1 mole of sulfur to every 2 moles of oxygen. Now I look on the periodic table, figure out which one's the most electronegative. Oxygen is, so sulfur goes first. And you already know that sulfur dioxide's a thing. And there you go. This is my empirical. This is not the molecular formula. To know the molecular formula, I would have to know what the molar mass is. And let's just say, this is 32. This guy right here is 32, and this one's 16. So SO2, this is going to be 64 grams per mole. If they gave me that it was 128 grams per mole, then I would know that would be S2O4. Did I throw you off my mental math there? Look. 1 sulfur is 32 and 2 oxygens is 32. You still with me? So the molar mass of this empirical formula is 64. If I said the molecular mass or the molar mass was 128, that's 64 times 2. So then I would know that the real formula, the molecular formula, would be S2O4. That's how to go to the molecular formula. But they didn't give that information, so you have to stop here. So percent to mass, mass to mole, divided by small, multiplied to whole. Now you can knock out